All right. Gonna get straight to it.
What's that mean? It's recorded?
Yeah, it's recorded. Yeah, you laughing already? Yeah, you gonna put this on the bloopers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
You ready now?
Okay, I think I'm ready.
What's up, YouTube? You're not tuned in with Started General TV, aka Mr. Vacabon himself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And today we have a special guest. You know, Bougie Joel in the building. Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Let's go. All right. Today we have a very sensitive topic. However, I want to talk about it because this channel is not a politically correct channel. We're going to try to keep it very respectful. And, you know, we're going to share. Everything's not going to be only opinion. There's going to be some facts into it. And we're going to try to keep it well balanced. And, you know.
Have fun with it. Definitely have fun with it.
That's a fact.
Have fun with it because we're free. I'm a free spirit.
That's right.
And yeah, just have fun with it. Like,
let's go.
It's obviously a sensitive topic. Yes, it is. But we're here to educate everyone.
For sure.
Even educate myself because the topic that we're going to talk about, there's a lot of things that I don't even know. So
And you know the crazy thing about it, like it took me like a long time to gather so much information. And there's like still so much information out there that like I still don't even have on this topic specifically. Like there's research on there, but there's not enough research, I feel like, and a lot of people don't talk about it. So let's cut straight into the chase. What we're gonna talk about is, should transgender women be allowed to compete against cisgender women in the sport arena? So let's get to it. Let me start the questions up.
I just love the fact how you took the time
Yeah,
to do all of this.
you have to.
And to like gather
The
up so much
production.
information.
Thank you.
Like I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I respect that.
Thank you.
Because I
Yeah.
wouldn't even
You even
I wouldn't have never done all of this.
now you have
Gather
to.
up information to get informed.
Oh, you have to in order to make everything very equal. You know, because I don't want to like say something and then it offend somebody.
Yeah.
I just want to have facts on there. So, I already told you guys the topic. Should transgender women be able to compete against cisgender women in the sports arena? And the definition for cisgender is only, it means it pretty much basically mean whatever you have on your birth certificate, that's what you're technically gonna identify as. So the first question that I have is it fair to let cisgender women compete with transgender women? And how do you feel about it? You laughing already? Oh, D.
Yeah, because I want everyone to know that every answer that I'm gonna give are my own opinion.
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna speak for my community, because I don't know
And that's fair.
a lot about my community. So as we go, I'm gonna be learning with you.
And likewise.
And a little bit, I might educate you on some things, but you're probably going to educate me on more.
For sure. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I feel like,
You trying to learn the pronunciation? Don't worry. Cisgender woman.
Cisgender.
Yeah.
You said if it's fair for them to compete with transgenders?
Yes. Like transgender, like woman or male, like in the sporting arena.
Yeah.
You think it's fair?
I think it's fair because, in my opinion, I feel like the people in our community, we just want to be equal to everyone else.
And that's fair enough, yeah.
We just want
Definitely.
to participate in the same things cisgenders also participate in.
Yeah, of course. And that's fair.
So I feel like Yeah, it's equal.
You think it's equal? Okay.
I think
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
I feel like
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. I feel like to a certain extent it's not equal.
mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I say it's not equal due to like physical um advantages that guys are inherently born with.
Wait, quick question. Can you pause? If I burp, can they hear it?
Oh! Oh, what if I put it in there and put a meme on there? I'm gonna just do that. Let's go. Go ahead and burp.
No,
I'm gonna
like,
put a
now
meme.
I went away with it.
I'm gonna be like, ooh. All right. But yeah, I think that what you call it? I think that I don't think it's equal to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I feel like it's not equal because I went online and I gathered some information and I did some studies on this topic in particular. It says that due to like male athletes bone structure, like bone density, they have a larger bone density, which how can I say? I'm gonna read it out right here. I took some notes actually. It says male athletes have longer and larger bones, which provide a clear mechanical advantage over female athletes and increase articulate surface and larger structure of male bone provides them with a greater leverage and a wider frame which supports the muscles. So what do I mean when I put this into context where everybody will understand? So pretty much due to the advantage,
Me.
of course, you do. due,
That's so professional.
due to the advantage that they have, right? That we us guys have,
Mm-hmm.
um, it can enhance our ability when it comes to sports such as swimming. We have larger bones where the height comes into play, which gives us a little bit of an advantage when in comparison to cisgender women on there.
Yes.
What do you think? Like, you see, the only part I did come to find out. Go ahead. Wait, go ahead.
So cisgender. When you say cisgender women, just for everyone to, because I know a lot of people they're gonna be like, oh, what's cisgender? And even though
Yes.
you gave the definition of it, they'll probably won't like understand like.
I'm actually
like
gonna,
me, like sometimes I don't understand things.
don't even worry. I'm gonna actually.
So like, is that straight women?
You can it's I wouldn't really classify it like yes that's straight women to make it simple.
So the simple way to say cisgender
It's like
straight women, straight men.
Yes and no because here's where it becomes confusing.
Okay.
It's actually what's on your birth certificate. That's what it cisgender mean. Like if your birth certificate
Says
if you're a male and your
then
birth
you're
certificate
male.
says you're male, that's considered a cisgender male. Saying likewise for a female.
Oh.
So if you're a female and you're born a female and you have on your birth certificate that you're a female,
Okay.
that's
So
what it
like Caitlyn Jenner, because Caitlyn Jenner
Mhm.
now on her birth certificate she changed as female.
Exactly. So
now she
she's
is female.
Female. Exactly.
Okay.
So now you can't use cisgender on her. Now
Okay.
that's what it means. I'm glad I clarified that. Look, trust me,
Shout
I got
out to
confused
Caitlyn
too.
Jenner. Love you.
I mean, you came in through the building with that Kim Kardashian vibe. So, all right, let's go for it, But that's what it means specifically. And when I was doing my research, it seems like there were two aspects where the guys, well, the males, well, I'm sorry, I'm still learning. I'm still messing up. Like, come on, what am I doing?
It's okay.
So I conducted the research, and then the only area where we're equal to is the endurance section. It says that endurance is largely determined by a body's efficiency when converting calories into energy. Female athletes are more efficient than male athletes at converting glycogen. I keep don't bully me in the comment section. I think glycogen to energy Glycogen is a secondary surface of fuel you use when glucose levels drop. This is why female athletes excel in ultra long distance sports and relay rarely hit the wall during long races. So that's one aspect where they're inherently equal to. And a lot of people, what do you think about the strength? Do you think strength actually plays a major role into the sports? Like, do you think?
Um, I
What do you think?
I think that in my opinion,
Mm,
um, no, because it's all about discipline. I feel like
discipline. Okay,
discipline
that's
makes um
that's a really good
a
way to
big
put it.
difference. Because if you have discipline in whatever you do, that's and not just in sports. Like I'm
For
talking about
sure.
life
Yeah,
in
definitely for sure.
general.
Yeah,
You know, you can achieve what you want. You can get to where you need to go. You can that dream that, let's say, that you always keep on dreaming of.
of
If you
course.
have discipline, then you would achieve that dream.
That's very true.
So it's I feel like strength doesn't play a role because I feel like um in what I don't want to say whatever gender.
Go ahead, be free. It's
And
not
like
politically
I
correct.
want to say, okay, so like whatever gender you label yourself as, because once again, it's my own opinion. I don't
Yeah,
label
sure.
myself as any gender. Like I don't go like yes, I go like what's on my birth certificate, of
Of
course.
course, yeah, okay.
But like if anyone comes to me and goes like, "Oh, are you gay? Are you bi?" I'm just like, I'm a free spirit. You know what I
And
mean?
that's
Like
fair enough, yeah.
I am a free spirit and I love everyone. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
whatever um comes my way and it makes me happy, then that's what I'm going to do.
I feel.
So strength, I just burped. Strength to me, to go back to the topic, because
Yeah.
I'm always all over the place. You guys will understand.
Don't worry, this is gonna make great content for the bloopers. Go ahead.
And strength to me, honestly, it, it doesn't make a difference. And I feel like um being male, female, transgender, cisgender, whatever you want to label yourself as, if you discipline yourself and you focus, will be equal. Because I know, let's say
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Do you think?
like a guy lifts up 150 pounds,
Okay.
or like the weight,
All right.
right? And a female can do the same exact thing. Sometimes um a female or transgender or gay, bisexual, whatever you want to label yourself as, just maybe doesn't have to work as hard as that person, or maybe does.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna put me and you.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Go ahead.
Like so me, I have no strength at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Unless like I get upset.
I mean,
Like if I get
fair
upset, it
enough.
just comes like out of nowhere. But like me, like just chilling, like I don't have no strength at all.
Come
But,
on,
like,
you gotta get some more credit than that. You
no,
got
like I
strength.
can lift some things up, but I'm more like,
All right.
like I can't do it. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can probably do it more than me, but it's because I am more like feminine.
Okay.
You know what I
and
mean?
that's fair.
So like
Okay.
I'm more like, yes, I know I'm a male, but I like when, like, let's say I'm Hispanic, I'm Dominican. So like if the guys call me like, "Oh, mírala a ella," or like
What does that mean?
that means like look at her.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know what I mean? I'll be like, like, you know what I mean? Like I'll be like,
Let's go.
You know what I mean? So some things like that make me laugh. And it's dope. But yeah.
Me, I think that strength plays. It depends on what type of sports we're talking about in generally. I think strength plays somewhat of a factor when it comes to sports. Um, Is there? I believe there's definitely females out there that probably could like out like lift more
Murder.
weights than me, like, and when it comes to power weighing or whatever, right? And that's fair, but I don't necessarily think the strength is how can I say? Dang, I lost my train of thought. I can't say that it's not like what you would call it. Um, it's not a factor. It is a factor when it comes to different sports. However, I don't think it's the most major factor. When and I had to learn this out
Mhm.
when I searched it online. I didn't know this particular fact right here. It turns out the male athletes have a higher ratio of muscle mass to the body, which I knew prior.
And it's understandable.
Yeah, yeah, definitely through puberty and everything, which allows for greater speed and acceleration. This explains why female speed records in running and swimming are consistently 10% slower than the men's, and why on average they have 2/3 of the strength of men. However, when you factor out the larger muscle mass in men and compare it to muscular strength relatively to cross section areas of muscles, the strength of male and female athletes is nearly equal. So it somewhat does play a role into it, but it's not the overall major determination for me when it comes to for me deciding if it's fair or not. I think what really determined if it was fair or not for me was the how can I say cardiovascular fitness, because males have a larger heart
Okay.
when it comes to cisgender females. So
Fun facts. Fun facts. Fun facts.
yes, it is a fun fact.
Fun fact is that's a fun fact, but also,
Yes.
I don't know if it's true, but this is what I heard
Mm.
that if you make a fist, that's the size of your heart. So like the size of your fist is the size
Oh,
of your heart.
what?
Yeah, for real. Like I don't know if it's true or not. You guys let me know if that's true.
Yeah,
or
let
not.
us know
But
in the
this is
comment
something
section if this is true.
exactly because I honestly I don't know. I heard this way back. Who
Okay.
knows when? But like someone did tell me like, oh, if you make a fist, that's the size of your heart. So then,
Okay.
so if you, that's pretty big. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Fair enough. All right.
You guys let us know. You guys let us know.
All right. So like, and what I mean by this, it means like elite male athletes have a higher oxygen carrying capacity than women, which allows them to reach their maximum training peak earlier. This is probably due to women's lower hemoglobin levels and men's larger body size. Maximum oxygen consumption is directly related to body size. So pretty much the bigger you are, the more oxygen you're able to take in. Pretty much when it comes to like comparing male to the females, due to our body and our muscle mass being much more larger, we're able to take in much more
Absorb more.
oxygen. Pretty much, we
Okay.
can maximize the consumption of oxygen.
See, I just honestly I didn't even know that. Like this is knowledge to me
Mm-hmm.
because wow. So like I'm consuming more oxygen than you right now.
Maybe,
Cap.
maybe. Who knows?
Oh, but that's very. I like those.
Oh, the facts that I put there.
Exactly. I really do like those facts. Um, because now I can see why maybe strength can play into it
Of course,
because of your breathing skills. But
exactly.
then I feel like that's why then
Mhm.
maybe females
Yeah.
work on their breathing skills because anywhere you go, like even
Yeah.
like I don't know if you want me to say it. Like,
Just go ahead,
do you
say it.
care if like they know where you work? Like, I'm not gonna say
Oh,
the
go
hospital.
ahead. It don't matter to me.
But like, let's say like if you work at like we work at a hospital, so it's
Yeah.
like when we're with our patients, they like we give them a device that helps them breathe. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
breathing
yeah.
makes
Mhm.
makes it like easier for them.
when they come after
I can't even.
surgery.
I'm losing my.
I'm gonna explain it for you. I got you. You let me know if I'm explaining it right for you. So
I'ma just keep drinking my fruit punch.
pretty much, we work at a surgical unit, so we deal with like different types of patients when they come out after their surgery. So pretty much, when a patient have an operation around their stomach area, they feel a lot more pain when they try to take deeper breaths. So we give them a spirometer, which actually helps retrain the patient into taking deeper breaths to increase the SP on the monitor, so we get a better how can I say? So we can get our better vitals on them, make sure they're stable.
And it helps their lungs expand.
Exactly.
So I can understand that part about the males.
And we have larger lungs too.
Exactly, but like that. But then also, then
Go
it's
ahead.
like that's another like one. But like, if you look at it in another point of view, also society tends to do all this like scientific like test on us on like how men are and how women are,
of course,
and their different body types and all this stuff. And like sometimes it what's the word, like discredits a female, because like for example, like not discredits. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. Not discredit, but more like it makes them feel more. It makes a female feel more like they might not be capable of doing those things. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I think, you know what I think it is? Because when it comes to science is supposed to be unbiased to like anyone's opinions or anything like that. When it comes, I don't think it's to discredit any of the
Don't put that in there.
No, you gotta put it in there because it's fair. No, but you have your right to your opinion. That was not wrong. Like, come on, this is not a politically correct channel.
But like, I felt like that because I feel like everyone can do whatever they set their mind to.
Of course,
that's what I feel like.
Of course, and I agree with you. Like, I don't want to toot my own horns.
Sometimes it's gonna take more work.
I agree and disagree a little bit on that. I think it will take a lot more work. However, there are certain natural abilities that people are just born with that enhance it. Like, for example, I don't want to toot my own horn. I'm a pretty good basketball player. Like, I'm really good.
Toot your own horn too.
You know. You feel me? I'm a pretty good basketball player.
I'm not.
But there's probably a woman in the women basketball, like in the league, that could probably beat me. You know,
of course, but then that's where it comes to that you probably have to work harder. Like, you know what I mean? Because if you put yourself that you're not in a professional league and you're not, you know, you're not getting trained every single day. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm listening.
These females and males, they get trained every day. This is what they work for because this is their dream. This is what they wanted.
Definitely.
So it's like you do it for fun, but you're very good at it. But like now, let's say if you want to go more professional with it, and you start, you know, focusing more on that and training yourself or getting a trainer, you'll probably, you know, be at the same level as them. Maybe, but you just have to work harder.
I believe, you see, and I think that's where everybody's having conflict at. Like, a lot of people like that stands on your side of the fence, and there's a lot of people that stands on the other side of the fence, right? So you're right to a certain extent, and they're right to a certain extent. Like, you feel like if they train harder, that they can overcome the obstacle that's in front of them.
Yes.
And I'm more towards the middle. I agree with you. Like, if you train harder, you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. However, this is where I feel like this is where the friction comes into play, because the cisgender woman feels as if it's unequal, and it takes away their credibility from the work that they put in. For example, I'll show you some facts, right? So this is from Duke Law, which is an article that I found. It's comparing athletic performance, the best elite woman versus adolescent boys and men. So it's just giving you straight facts. This is the charts right here. So when you look at the female chart right there, these are like the best of the best. These are like this is the world's best throughout the whole entire world, right? So when you take the world's best, for example, in the 100 meter, right? The best results like time came from you're looking at 10.71 versus in an adolescent man or a boy, well, adolescent boy because you can't say man, of course. Exactly. It was 10.15. I mean, think about it.
Coming close.
They're like going through puberty and they're able to defeat or like overcome. They had get better numbers than mature cisgender women.
Okay.
For example, another example right here too. For the 400 meters, you have the adolescent boys beating, having a better time.
So you're talking about adolescent boys that are like what? Like
that are
15?
that are just going through puberty.
Okay, so then this could be like people that are kids that are from like what, like 13 to 16?
It can go because sometimes puberty can hit people at different ages. It can even go back as far as early to 10 years old and so on.
Okay.
So we comparing these numbers. These are the best numbers from both specific gender, from the cisgender woman, cisgender male, men, and then you have the boys, of course, where they are like anywhere from how can I say middle school and up and so on. Oh, wow. And these are the best records compared to them.
I'm so proud for my cisgender women, though.
Of course, of course.
They either beat or come close.
Exactly. And I don't think, you see, the thing is, I don't think it's like they don't work hard enough. I think there is just natural,
like the body,
the biological, through puberty, we how can I say, beat them in certain areas.
Well, mind you, like females, they got I don't want to say a lot more weight, like carrying on themselves. You know what I mean?
No, go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
But for me, like, even looking at this chart,
yes,
like,
go ahead.
The like comparisons, like I'm still like, wow, like these women, are,
like
these cisgender
go ahead,
women,
say what you guys say. I'm not politically correct.
Yeah, these women are like, this is great. This is awesome to me because it's something that I really didn't know. I'm not a person that watches sports, first of all.
Okay. And that's fair enough,
I don't watch sports. The only thing I watch is the Super Bowl, but I only watch it for the halftime. But I watch it for the halftime. So, you know, like me learning all this stuff, and it's pretty awesome how either you guys beat or you coming close.
Exactly.
Like,
and they beat us
amazing.
too in so many areas. Like how can I say? When it comes to endurance, they beat us in certain aspects when it comes to endurance. Yeah. And that's why I think that's where the friction coming from. And I think that's what a lot of people are having like protest. It's not, I don't think it's hatred towards transgender women or men in the sports arena. I think where it is like a lot of people are not taking into consideration of the hard work that they put out there, like the cisgender woman put out there in order to compete. Like, for example, let's say you're a female and you're like swimming, which is something that's going on currently right now. You're swimming and you're going against a transgender man, even though with the hormone blockers, even after going through it after 12 months, it doesn't necessarily blocks everything. Especially if you go through puberty already.
Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3.
Now we on.
All right, we on.
Because I want to make sure to get your point. Because what you guys say is pretty important. Go ahead.
Yeah. So.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the reducing of guys, don't make fun of me. as the way I talk because I do have like a list.
Don't worry about it. Like I said,
But
the
whatever.
channel's not
So like
no.
testosterone, if I pronounce it right,
Sure.
reduction, it's just gonna reduce your um hormones that you have.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Yes, pretty much. That's what it's
So
supposed to
so it
do.
reduces the hormones that you have. So for example, I don't want to say that it's okay. Let me restart.
Go ahead, do
I
your
know you're
thing.
gonna edit it. So you hold on. I have the point in my head. It just doesn't want to come out.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay.
Mm. You got it?
No, because I'm gonna go off to where you left off,
All right.
which was the puberty. So the one thing that I did not understand, well, that I didn't know, was that if you take the testosterone reduction
Okay.
after puberty, I didn't know that it wouldn't be as effective as if you do it before you hit puberty. So that's something that I didn't know.
Very true.
So thank you for um, acknowledging me.
Of
Is that how you
course.
say it?
Of course,
Or
yeah.
educating me for educating me.
Of course.
So that's something that I didn't know. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to work.
All right.
If you still I this is what I have learned. I feel like it just means that the process is gonna be longer.
And okay, and
And
if that's and I okay, that's fair enough. And if the process is gonna be longer, then wouldn't that make it unfair for them to compete in the sports against other women? Because when you think about it, I have right here, it says a new study suggests that transgender women maintain an athletic advantage over their cisgender peers even after a year on hormone therapy.
mm-hmm.
And in order for you to compete in the sport, any sport as a transgender woman, you will have to maintain a certain level of testosterone, and you will have to go through 12 months of therapy, which is a year,
Mm-hmm.
right, in order
Well,
to compete.
yeah. So if that's what their sorry,
Go ahead.
if that's what their rules are or their
Yes.
guidelines are, then
Okay.
obviously someone, let's say me, I'm gonna put myself as an
Go
example.
ahead.
I am gonna I don't want to say transform.
Transform.
Like I'm
Go
not
ahead. Go
gonna
ahead.
um
Yeah.
no,
That's a G. You see that. All right,
you know
go
what
ahead,
it
go
is?
ahead.
Okay, it's because and listen, you guys don't know me, but the way that I talk is
Yo, there's no problem with
it's
what you
just
talk.
that like I just say random words, but like it's all love.
But I
like,
understand it.
Let's say like I want to become
Yeah.
a transgender woman, right?
Okay.
I want to become a woman,
All right.
but I want to join a sport,
Okay.
right? And obviously, I am identified as a female. My birth
Okay.
certificate is a female.
All
Everything's
right.
a female.
All right.
But
Yes.
I have
The biology.
the biology
Okay.
of a male.
All right. Yes.
So, if I want to participate in any type of sport
All right.
that's obviously professional or probably even at school, you don't know.
It is at school.
Oh, at
That's,
school,
yes.
just regular school.
Because you gotta remember, this right here, this topic itself is actually bothering. It's causing a lot of conflict in places such as Texas, the Olympics. This is very, how can I say, controversial, and the information that's coming out is still relatively new because this is something we're dealing with. I mean, think about it. This new study came out January 5th, 2021. That was literally last year.
Last year.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're still learning in the process.
Of course.
So nobody have the exact information to like conclude what we're supposed to specifically do. However, though, I feel like it should be a topic that more people talk about with I think it's a topic that people should like not be afraid to speak about and
No.
be able to like come together, both cisgenders and transgenders, woman or man, come
Mm-hmm.
together and actually have a respectful dialect
Conversation.
conversation,
Exactly.
of course, and then they can disagree to agree and figure out where can we make it equal
Mm-hmm.
and how can I solve these different solutions? Because the problem is not that they are judging them for transitioning. That's
No,
the
but
part
that's the
for it.
point that I was gonna get to,
Mm-hmm.
is about the whole levels that they need to
Okay.
maintain
Yes.
to be in these sports.
Yep.
But then if you think about it as a person with an open mind
Yeah.
and that's a free spirit, once again, guys, my own opinion.
Okay.
Um, if you think about it, these conflicts are made because of one reason. That's to me, and it's because a lot of people just want it to be male, female.
All
Like
right.
they don't want it to be anyone else. But now
All right.
if they're making it to be that there's these guidelines that if you are transgender um female or male, um or whatever you identify yourself as,
Uh huh.
they have to maintain these guidelines. So then they will do it. You know what I mean? Like some of them will, some of them won't. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Definitely.
but
I see where you go
because
from.
everyone exactly everyone is different. I can't speak for everyone.
Yeah.
Do you see this guy? See this guy?
Yeah, because I feel like you're all the way over there.
You're
So
good.
I just feel like
Mm-hmm.
everyone is, if they give them a guideline and you're following this guideline, there shouldn't be, for me, my own opinion again, shouldn't be an issue. Because if I am a transgender woman
Mm-hmm.
or female or whatever I want to identify myself as, and I am in a sport, being professional or non-professional, and I'm following the guidelines and I'm with the guideline rules, there shouldn't be any type of
How can I say conflict?
conflict. Exactly. Why? Because it wasn't me that set the rules.
That's
you know what
very.
I mean? It was.
Oh, I like how you brought that point
You
up.
see,
That's
it was,
crazy. I
it
didn't even
wasn't
think
me
about
that set
that.
the rules. It was whoever is in charge that
Set
set
the
the whole
rules.
exactly.
Wow. I didn't even
So,
think about that.
You can't be upset with
Yeah. Okay.
the person or that is trying to, or the people that are trying to just do what they love. You know what I mean? This is what they love. This is what they want to do.
Exactly.
So they should be more making conflict towards the how do you say that, the CEOs, the bosses, you know what I
The
mean?
people that take it, of course,
Exactly.
that make the rules. I didn't even think about that. That is crazy.
But then if you think also,
Yeah,
because it goes more.
All right.
Because now if you think about it, now you go to the higher ups, right? That
Okay.
set the rules, right?
Yeah.
So now these higher ups are stuck in the middle now of what should I do? So this person here is following the rules, is doing what they need to do.
Definitely.
Loves what they're doing.
Yeah.
And now I have all these other people that aren't accepting this person or these people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. That's a good
That are
example.
equal to them. They're just
That's a good
normal
example.
people, because as I was raised,
Mm-hmm.
everyone to me is equal. Because
For sure.
I know there's a lot of people that don't, how do I explain it? That don't have everything other people have.
Of course.
But, you know, we're all the same. Like, no matter what, like, it's just me. This is the way I see life.
Definitely.
To me, just because, let's say I can talk and someone can't talk, to me, you're the same as me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
of course.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
what? I'm like, what is that?
Siri going crazy.
Siri, what you doing? So, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's just the way I was raised and the way my mom and my father raised me was that everyone is equal. Everyone is no matter, I don't, like, for example, I'm so proud with people that play sports with, that are that I don't even know that have I don't want to say that are
Hold
like
on.
when they play
What the?
when they're on their wheelchairs and they play basketball. and stuff
Oh,
like-
okay, okay,
like,
okay. I see.
I don't
forgot
know.
the
I
name
want to
of
get
it.
the. I want to say it the right way, but like I am so proud of them. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
you know what
yeah.
I mean? That
Even-
actually
even-
motivates me.
Yeah, even though they have their shortcomings, not even shortcomings. Honestly, they going through what they going through,
Exactly.
and they don't let what their people, what other people would consider shortcomings or make excuse
Exactly.
to not actually do anything. Hold on, let me go tell my dad. You gotta stop with the lawn mowing. Like, dang. At it.
You definitely did.
Yeah, a lot of interruptions over here.
It's okay.
But
This is so much fun.
it is pretty fun. We actually like almost like, I think we hit at like an hour. This is gonna be like the longest podcast that I've done so far. But I think this is gonna be very interesting. A lot of people's gonna learn a lot of things on this, and they're gonna be very happy. I even lost the train of thought when we was talking about the testosterone because you was making your point.
I know I was trying to make a point, but then
I had to stop it. Yeah.
exactly.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. You made such a great point that I didn't even think about it this way. Because I'm thinking on the lower levels of
No, you're
what the
thinking.
situation.
You're thinking exactly like what's going on.
Pretty much.
That's what
I'm
you're
like,
thinking.
I'm like, what's going on? How to solve the situation?
Mm-hmm.
Facts, non-facts, or whatever. But when I think about it, it's not exactly a transgender woman or transgender man's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way you broke it down, because it turns out like it's the people who initially wrote the rules.
Exactly. Because we can, if at the end of the day, anyone actually, I'm not going to say we because you can change the rules as well. You
Really?
just have to, exactly.
Okay.
So like, for example, let's say, like I'm gonna, no, you know what? I'm gonna put myself as an example.
Go ahead.
So let's say I'm Hispanic, right?
Mm.
But then just because I'm Hispanic,
Okay.
I can't do whatever I want to do, right?
Oh yeah, they put
So
you in
what-
a box.
They put me in a box.
Okay.
So then what I do is, what do I do? What's the next step to do? Is you start talking about the situation. You start now
Bringing
there's social
awareness.
media. Exactly.
Okay.
So you make an awareness. Exactly. So you start talking about it on your platform.
Of course,
on,
of course. I think I know
with your
what you're trying
friends,
to say.
you start to do a lot of protesting and stuff like that. So you can make a difference,
Okay.
but it all depends on at the end who accepts it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because you can make awareness. Yes, you can. Everyone can.
Very true.
You know what I mean? But then let's say if I am your higher up and I say, you know what? We're going to do it. I am going to accept you. You're going to be involved in whatever it is that you want to do.
For sure.
And because this is what you really want to do, but these are the rules,
Mm-hmm.
then you just accept it. This is under signed contract.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's you already notified me of the rules. I'm following the rules. So at the end of the day, yes, you can make a difference, but it's
If that's the rules, then that's the rules. I see where you're coming
Exactly.
from. I see
you
where you're
just
coming
have
from.
to follow it. And if we are following the rules, I'm gonna put we.
Okay.
Because as a community, not just my community.
Technically, you can
as
say
one.
you can say we because they are following the rules in order to compete in the sports. So
Exactly.
you are right when it
So,
comes
like,
to that. Yes, of
if
course.
We,
Mm.
but I want to say as we, as my community, and we as
Yes.
one,
All right.
we can make a difference. And
All right.
but we also, let's say if they set these rules and we follow these rules, then what is the issue? You know what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're trying to say, but let me break down what's the issue it is. And
Okay, so
the
yeah.
way you explained it was eye opening for me because I went and did my research, but I didn't think about that perspective
Mm-hmm.
on who's writing the rules, right? So that right there, I don't think that necessarily the problem or the conflict is to bash transgender women or men when it competes in the sports arena. I think the initial problem is, of course, like you mentioned,
The
who wrote the
advantage.
rules, who wrote the rules, of course. And on top of that too, I would say that people do need to speak up some more about it and bring some awareness to it in order to like come to a conclusion on this topic. Like for example, this is where I think the conflict really comes into play. When you get a you're following the rules, yes, that's very true. However, when you like do the sports, it's unfair to the females because they feel like biologically they're like inequipped for the situation.
You didn't even know why I'm laughing. I'm not
Go for
laughing
it.
about the situation.
No,
I'm
go for
laughing
it.
because I just burped 3 times.
Oh, D. But biologically, they feel like they're inequipped to
Okay.
go out there and perform and get their how can I say? Because you gotta think about it. Both sides train relatively very hard to get where they're at. I'm never gonna take that away from the transgender woman or man. And I'm not gonna take that away from the woman either, the cisgender woman, right? Because that would be very evil of me to say something like that and unfair. But my thing is, I see where they're coming from too as well. And the problem is, how can I say? I feel like the problem that should be talked about is how do we make it fair? How do we regulate it to a point where it's actually fair? Because
Well,
there's a lot of money and scholarship that goes into play. Like instead of getting you like let's say you have a daughter and she's training very hard, right? And there's a guy or a cisgender man that's transitioning to a transgender woman, right? But before he transitioned to a woman, he was ranked probably number 70th. Like for example, there's a high schooler who had that's having this issue right now. Um, he he's like 70th when it comes to wrestling. However, when he transitioned into like a transgender woman and he compete against other women, he's at the top. I think that's where people have the problem at is
Okay.
they feel like it's not fair.
So I see where you're coming from. I really do understand
Yeah.
that. But once again, if the rules say that they need to maintain a certain level of hormones, right? That's
Yeah.
what it's,
Or
hormones?
testosterone.
Or testosterone, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Then if that's what they're doing, then like I don't know, because I don't really
Go
want,
for it.
like the thing
Your
is, guys,
opinion's been-
this is what
that's
I
facts.
I want you guys to understand that I'm not like a sports person. So if you to like going by this,
Mhm.
like if you want to do something, of
Definitely.
course go and do it. But like if you're following the rules of what they're saying,
There should be no
then there
problem.
shouldn't be any problems because
And I agree with that.
you're following the rules. You're
I
doing things
I
the
agree
legal
to
way.
some
But
extent.
now
Yeah, definitely.
exactly. But now if you're doing it the illegal way and like you're cheating the system or you're doing something, then you know what? Like then no, you're doing it wrong, and I don't know how you live with yourself. You know what I mean? Like for
Dang.
real, because you're cheating the system, and that's
Yeah, for sure.
that's not fair. But if you're doing things the right way, which if it's
And they are.
professional or
Yeah.
in school, they definitely are monitoring that. Like, because I know, like, I can't say I know, but
For sure. Mm-hmm.
they are probably monitoring that one student or person or, student or person or people constantly. Probably,
Of
you know
course.
what I mean? They probably get monitored the day before and probably the day of their match to see if
Of course,
the
they have
levels
to.
are equal.
They have
you
to.
know what I mean?
They have to.
Because if they don't do that, then it's just gonna be an unfair game.
Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean?
Mhm.
So, I just because I want to tell you this because the other day I watched the video,
Okay.
and I hope we can find it so then you can like add it.
All right.
But actually, don't add it. No, you can add it, but I don't know, like because I don't know if it was on TikTok or Instagram that I saw it,
All right.
but it was a little girl and a little boy. They were wrestling, right? This is wow, like how is the little girl wrestling with the little boy? And,
Yeah.
you know, like society's so different. But like, guys, remember, we're in 2022. Like, the world is different. Everyone's different. And,
Yeah, for sure.
you know, the world's just going to keep
Evolving.
exactly.
Yeah, of
Evolving and
course.
expanding itself. Like, this is what it is. And then eventually it's going to go back. You know what I mean?
All right.
So the little girl, she was doing great. The little girl wasn't giving up, right, with this little boy.
Yes.
And, you know, the little boy then starts, you know, getting upset and like starts crying because people tend to think that just because
You're a guy.
you're a guy,
Yeah,
you need to be stronger than a girl, or
For sure.
a man stronger than a woman. And no, like that's women can be stronger than men. You know what I mean? Because in my point of view of me looking at both sides, I personally think, my opinion, that women are very strong.
Of course.
Women are so strong. Women,
That pain tolerance to
their
give
pain-
birth.
exactly.
I can't
You know
do
what I
that.
mean?
Cramps. Come on now.
I even there
Yeah.
was a story way back of like a woman that she lifted up a car. Like, I'm not saying like lift it up, like no.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the car fell under the baby or something. I guess they were
wow.
working on the car.
And she moved it.
And she literally, like, I guess, like lifted it up like this.
The adrenaline
And
flowing through her.
exactly, and you know, did whatever she needed to do.
Yeah.
But to finish the topic about that little kid and the little boy, I mean the little girl and the little kid.
Mm-hmm.
He starts getting upset, and then he, like, you see that he starts like wiping his eyes or whatever, and then he's noticing that the girl's gonna win.
Of course,
because now you know how like in wrestling they do
You can
like
tell in any
they do like a
sports.
pause and then they resume to the like a position.
Okay.
So then the girl was like on like in her position with the guy, and then you know the parents are cheering them on or whatever. To make this the story short.
Yes.
The girl won. The kid was so upset and he started crying.
Okay.
And I want people. This is me just speaking from my heart. I want people to know that, you know, I hope like they don't raise their kids that if just in case, like if you get beat in anything, like even if another boy beats you in something, like in a game, like wins in a game, let's say wins because I don't
Okay.
say beat, but like wins in a game,
Yes.
or wins in a sport, or a female wins in a sport from another male, that does not degrade you as a male. You know what I mean? That doesn't make you less than or more than.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of
It's
course.
just that you lost, and a lot of people just need to learn how to accept the fact of you lose some and you win some. You know what I mean?
Fair enough. And like that's fair. That's a very fair
and that's
point.
all coming from like, you know, this whole topic.
Yeah, for sure. And that's
of
a fair
doing all
that's a
this
fair
stuff,
assessment. Yeah,
because
looking at it. Okay.
And I want you to understand that, like, I do
Yeah.
understand what they're trying to say, that when this male was male and was wrestling, he was 70.
Okay.
the
Yeah,
70
he was ranked 70
yeah,
when
ranked
against
70.
when he was facing other guys.
And I understand
Yes.
that, like, I really
Yes.
do.
Mhm.
And I understand where probably the advantage
Came
from.
to play. Yes. Okay.
Exactly, when he went and transitioned and now I'm playing with cisgender women.
Yes.
So I do completely understand that. Like, I'm not discrediting anyone,
Mm.
but that's a verb. But if it comes to play and he's following, oh my god, I just said he. And
Don't worry, it's not
and this
perfectly correct.
transgender woman is following the rules, or transgender man, or whatever you want to identify yourself as. You're following the rules? I don't feel like they shouldn't feel bad for being ranked first place, second place. You know what I mean? Because they're working hard. If you have to, like, I talk so much. I'm sorry, guys, but
Go ahead.
you have
It's
to
a
put yourself
podcast.
in like their position. Like, let's say them being a male, they have to, you know, work hard, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But now they just transgender into a female, right?
Yeah, transition,
Or a
yeah.
male. And now that means, let's say female. Now
Okay.
that means now they have to train, of course, but they have to maintain that testosterone level, and you know how hard that is.
I can see how it's mentally and physically tasking. Of course,
It's
yes.
very hard because you like.
That's another thing
There's
I didn't
probably
think
things
about
that
either.
person
I
can't
didn't think
even
about
eat.
that. Yeah.
You know, everything in life affects them because they need to maintain that level.
And that's where I think like people need to speak about this situation more because like these some of the points you're bringing out, I'm not even focusing on that. You know, I didn't even think about that. It must be mentally and physically tasking to have that amount of pressure on you, and you feel as if that no, not even if you feel as if you know there's people that won't give you your proper credit even
because they're
after
gonna-
coming
exactly.
through that obstacle.
Exactly.
So I see where you're coming from, and
They're just gonna be like, oh, but that's because they're gonna say he. That's what
Exactly.
they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, he is a transgender woman.
and it takes away from the problem itself.
Exactly.
That's where you came in and you told me about the higher ups writing the rules, which makes sense because I don't think bullying actually helps the situation. It actually hinders the situation. It causes a divide. I think what should be because you're absolutely right. The enemy is not the transgender woman or man. In this matter per se, I don't think nobody really is the enemy. However, the main focus should be on the people who writes the rules.
Yeah.
And I feel like there should be a how can I say extensive research done in order to make this very fair because you gotta think about it too
But
from
it's never
both.
going, I feel like it might not always like be fair to everyone because what's fair to you and what's fair to me,
Might be different,
it's different. Exactly. So I feel like
and that's
you
why
know,
you gotta speak up though.
exactly.
That's where people have to speak up and figure it out.
It's always gonna be a conflict then. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be a conflict because no matter what this person or these people do, it's never gonna be enough. Because I can tell you from like my experience,
Go
like
ahead. Yeah,
there's probably things that you'll probably be. For example, me growing up. Right?
Okay.
Me growing up, I wasn't the first one to get picked on to play a game
Okay.
because I was never the one to be playing. I used to play kickball and baseball and all those stuff, but no one would pick me because they know I wasn't
Okay.
into that kind of stuff. So,
All right.
so then, they'll rather pick you because
Oh, they
you're-
feel as if that since I'm a guy and I'm
oh, exactly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or more manly.
Okay,
So
and then you
you're
probably could beat me too. in that.
exactly,
Okay.
but like
I see.
they'll probably think of it like that. But no matter what, I feel like there's always going to be conflict because people do not like to lose. No one likes to lose. No one likes to be on the bottom.
That's a good perspective as well. Again,
Like,
although like you didn't come with no facts, but like yo, that's you giving some good perspective. I didn't even think about.
it's because I don't live my life on facts. Like
You
I
see,
really
okay.
don't. I can't. Like yes, of course, there's some things that you need to know your facts on. Of course.
Yeah.
But like I said from the beginning, I don't identify myself as anything. I am a free spirit, and I
All
love
right.
everyone.
Definitely.
So like, I don't live my life on facts. I live my life on just letting everyone be. You know what I mean? Letting even people that like, let's say you don't like me because I'm a free spirit. Amen. Like, I'm not gonna get upset with you. That's your own opinion. Congratulations.
That's true.
Much love to you, no matter what. And if I see you on the road and you need help, I'm definitely gonna help you. Like,
Okay.
I'm not-
I thought he's gonna take a turn.
no, I.
I thought he was gonna take a turn with that. I was like, yo, what you about to say?
No.
All right, man.
No, I'm not mean, guys.
All
Like,
right, all
I'm
right.
definitely gonna be there for you. You know what I mean? And then guess what? When that does happen,
Mm-hmm.
and this person realizes, then they're gonna be like, wow, like they're gonna. This is what they're gonna say in their head. Oh, these people aren't as bad as I thought they were.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
And it must be very difficult to like have to take that
yeah, you take a lot.
that
I know
role.
what you mean.
You must like yeah, definitely like it must be very difficult. Because I didn't think about that perspective. I'm thinking all factual. I didn't think about how
No, but you're
the other side.
But
Is
I'm not gonna
thinking about.
discredit you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna discredit you. This stuff right here, this
Yeah.
is good stuff. Like this is stuff that is educating me.
yeah.
But then
you
my
actually- me
opinions
too.
that I talk about
Yeah.
are my opinions. He said this. I'm not going off facts of from here. No,
Yeah,
I'm
and
going
this-
off from
yeah,
my
definitely.
opinions of how I see my life because of the way I live my life. Because me
sure.
and you have two different lifestyles.
Definitely
You know
different
what I mean?
perspective. Yeah,
But it's the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, yeah, if you think about it, two different lifestyles, but the same. You know what I mean?
what do you mean by that? You gotta break it down. Explain it.
Like, no, because I can't be like, oh, like I don't know. Like I can't be like, oh, you know, you have eyes, I have eyes. Like you know what I mean? Like
Okay, so
you know,
pretty much you're trying to say
because-
at the end of the day we're all human beings. At the end of the day.
exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So pretty much at the end of the day we're all human beings.
No matter what.
No matter what, at the end of the day, no matter what you identify as, we all have feelings and emotions,
Exactly.
and they should be put out there, and people should consider it them.
Exactly. And,
And-
not always feel like, and don't always feel like, guys, that your problems aren't big enough or important. Always say to yourself that, you know, everyone's problems are the same. You know what I mean? Like, here's Star, right? And Star might be going through something, but so am I. But then I'm not going to be here and discredit Star with what he's going through. No, we're
Sure.
both going through something. So let's help each other out. You know what
Pretty
I mean?
much,
Let's
pretty
talk to
much,
each other about
pretty
it.
much.
So just always remember that.
Keep an
this
open
is-
mind.
Yeah.
Pretty much keep an open mind and
Exactly.
and actually work the problems that need to be worked out instead of being bullies. Pretty much, that's what you're trying to say.
Exactly.
And I want to say thank you for actually coming on and showing me these different perspective on
Of
the
course.
situation, because I'm thinking as far as the, how can I say, facts, science that goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm more on the side it's not fair, and you're more on the side it is fair. And then when you break it down and you actually get the perspective, it brings me towards the middle, where I can see both perspective, and I understand where you're coming from, and I understand where the cisgender woman is coming from as well. And I feel like to conclude this podcast, I feel like the overall solution to this is to actually sit down and hear both perspective, just like how we're doing right now.
And
then-
do it in a way that like we're listening to
Exactly,
each other.
exactly.
Not in a way that
We're bashing.
Exactly, because what a lot of people don't get is that during these protests, that a lot of people do,
It's bullying.
there's bullying going
Yeah,
on
there's
as well,
bullying
and
into it,
so
definitely.
whoever they're protesting to or is feeling bad, like you're hurting someone, you're hurting
Yeah.
an actual human being that's just like you, believe it or not.
Yeah, definitely. And I
So-
agree with that. And I think that like you can protest saying that it's not fair. And you can try to
Yeah.
change the rules where you like, of course, there's certain areas where like obvious like now I won't say obviously, but yeah, it's not fair. However, you can't get mad at the transgender man or woman, because at the end of the day, they are following the rules that are placed out there. And
That
the
the
real
higher ups.
exactly, and the real enemy to really focus on is the people that are writing the rules
Exactly.
in order to make it fair. Not to like bully or bash anybody, because at the end of the day, they can only control what they're allowed to do.
Exactly.
And I see where you're coming from in that perspective. And this is where like I feel like this is where we can respectfully agree to and disagree in certain
Yeah.
aspects, because
Which is great, guys.
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
want like to highlight that part right
Yeah.
there. That is great. Me and Star are actually very like we're good friends.
Yes, for
you know,
sure.
we met at where we work.
Yeah.
And you know, to have this conversation that we're having,
For sure.
to agree to disagree, I'm not gonna look at him differently. Like you guys,
Definitely.
us guys, I love everyone, and I want you guys to understand that it's okay to disagree with someone, and it's okay to agree with someone.
And do it in a respectful
You know,
manner without
and
bashing nobody. So yeah.
and don't get angry with the person. Don't feel like, oh, you're not my friend. Or
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Like,
like, don't
you can't
compromise,
like
yeah.
don't do that, because everyone has their own opinions. Everyone lives their lives very differently.
For sure.
and not everyone has the same beliefs that you have. So that does not make them a bad person.
No, it does not.
And
Not at
it
all.
just, it just gives them a different point of view. And then
Yep.
you just gotta understand their point of view. And then what that helps, it helps you become a more powerful person. Actually,
Very
if
true.
you think about it, if you take it in and you educate yourself now with everything you took in,
Yeah.
it makes you more powerful. Why do I say that?
Because you be able to live on both sides. I
Exactly.
see what you're trying to say.
Exactly. So then now you learn
From both
that,
perspectives.
and then now when anyone comes, like after you, you know how to handle yourself.
Exactly.
You know how
answer properly without
exactly.
having any how can I say feelings
Or
into
get
the
aggressive.
situation. Or yeah, exactly. You're able to logically think about it and have empathy for the other information that's being presented to you, the different perspective.
Definitely right. I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that.
And I want to say thank you, Bougie Joelle in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me.
Of course. It was a pleasure.
This
Thank
was great.
you.
This was so much fun, and I hope we can.
We gotta do
continue
another one. We gotta do
Exactly,
another
we can
banger.
continue doing this. I do, guys. Can I?
Go ahead.
So, so guys, I do have my own YouTube channel.
Sure, shout it out.
It's Joelle Hernandez. My what's it called? My cover photo. It says JH Vlogs.
I'll put the link in the description.
He's definitely gonna put the link in the
Yes, sir.
description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe.
Of course.
Obviously, same thing here with Star.
Yep.
Definitely gonna bring you on my channel.
Definitely, we gotta do something now. It's gonna be
definitely gonna
crazy.
do something on mine. My channel, I know it's about vlogs, but it's everything. It's just
Life itself.
it's life itself. You guys,
Word.
I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna definitely be around here. You'll see me here and there, even
Let's
if it's
go.
a picture.
Let's go.
So, Star, once again, thank you so much. This was amazing. There was a
Thank you
very
so
nice, a very nice
How can I say
experience.
conversation? Word.
experience. I really
All right.
like it.
Awesome. And then, to conclude to all the, this is not a politically correct channel. This is us just having fun. We're
Yeah.
not scientists or experts.
No, we're not.
And
Don't
I'm
judge.
just, and then if you still, you're a hater, you're mad,
Your life. Bing bang.
That's how you doing it, you know what I'm saying?
Bing
But
bang.
if you like these real, unscripted, how can I say, conversations,
Exactly.
and you want to just hear like the facts, and you want to hear some opinions, and you just want to see different perspective in a respectful manner, consider subscribing. 60% of you guys are actually subscribing. 30% of you guys are just looking at the video. You know what you're doing. You gotta hit the subscribe
That's what
button.
they doing. That's what y'all doing.
That's what they doing.
No.
They got y'all. Come on now.
Y'all, listen. If y'all that are watching
You gotta
subscribe, I'll make sure I pull up again. I want to start channel.
Exactly. You want
All
your
right?
pull up, subscribe to
I'll
the
pull
video.
up.
Subscribe. Hit the
Okay?
subscribe button. It's right down there. Hit it.
Let's do it.
All right. We're gonna conclude it.